Who was the angel that Jacob wrestled with? In Jewish thought, there are actually different interpretations. Shalom, friends, and welcome to Hebrew with Mayim. This week's Torah portion of Vayishlach is my bat mitzvah portion, and I'd like to rehash a lesson that I did earlier about this portion because the insights in this portion that I brought out last year are even more relevant today than they were a year ago when I first studied them. I pray that you're blessed. So this is the first pasuk of the Aliyah. The first Aliyah, it says, Vayishlach Yaakov Malachim Lefanav, which means Jacob sent angels ahead of him. Now, the word for angels right here, Malachim, it's interesting because in English, angels can mean either human angels human earthly messengers or heavenly divine angels. It's the same word in Hebrew though. It's just the context that determines whether it's referring to humans or some kind of celestial beings. And I believe, the Pashat of this verse is saying that Yaakov sent human messengers. I don't think it would make sense any other way. Now later in the same chapter, I don't remember if it was the next Aliyah or the same, but it says, and Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. Ish imo. Ish is man. Imo means with him. And so it says here that it was a man. So some people say that he was wrestling with an angel, and of course there's some people take it literally to say that he was wrestling with God, but it says here that he was wrestling with a man, right? Ish, man. This word actually it means a mortal man. Okay, not someone who is immortal or eternal. And then it says, he was left alone, and he wrestled with him until the break of dawn. And when he saw that he could not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip became dislocated as he wrestled with him. Now, it says that he could not prevail against him. So again, it cannot be God, Hashem, because of course, God can defeat any man if he were wrestling him, right? But it says he could not prevail. So I think that interpretation is, you have to completely throw that out. Now, was it an angel or a man? Though I think that question still remains. And in the next verses it says, and he, the angel, said, let me go, for dawn is breaking. But he, Jacob, said, I will not let you go unless you have blessed me. So he said to him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. Now this word, the angel, is not there. Neither is this word Jacob right here. So it just says, and he said, let me go. But he said, I will not let you go. But it's the man that Yaakov was wrestling with that he was talking to in this verse. So it goes on to say, your name shall no longer be called Yaakov, but Israel, because you have commanding power. You have wrestled with Elohim. Okay, it doesn't say an angel of God. It doesn't say Malach Elohim. It says just Elohim. You have commanding power with God and with men, and you have prevailed. And Jacob asked and said, now tell me your name. And he said, why is it that you ask for my name? And he blessed him there. Now people interpret this to say that he was wrestling with God, but in the previous verses, as I've said, God cannot lose in a wrestling match with anyone, right? Not and neither would God literally wrestle with anyone. I believe God is spirit. He is not flesh. But the word Elohim in the Bible, it can be used to refer to angels and also humans. Okay, and I'll show you that later. But going on with the verse, it says, and Jacob named the place Peniel, which means face of God. For he said, here, where's Peniel here? Peniel, this is right here, Peniel, literally the face of God. For he said, I saw an angel face to face, and my soul was saved. Now this word angel, again, it says Elohim, which is usually translated as God, but angel is also an accurate translation because the word Elohim can refer to humans or um, celestial messengers or God's messengers, Hashem's messengers. Okay. And here's one example of that. In Tehillim, Psalms chapter 82, verse 1, it says, it says Elohim, okay, right here, Elohim, stands in the congregation of God. And this God here is El, here, El. In the midst of the judges, he will judge. And this word right here, Elohim, for judges, is also Elohim. So Elohim stands in the midst of El, and he will judge. In the midst of the Elohim, he will judge. So you have to take it. You have to take it in context. Each word refers to something different. Okay, so it's talking about the Creator will stand in the congregation of the mighty. Okay, you can translate this word El as a mighty one as well, and it can refer again, as I said before, to a human. And in the midst of Elohim, he will judge. And here he's not talking about in the midst of himself. It's talking about he will judge he will judge the Elohim. He will judge the judges, the magistrates. And that's what the context of this verse is. He's judging the judges. Okay, and he's saying, how long will you judge unjustly and favor the wicked forever? Judge the poor man, justify the humble and the impoverished. So here, the Creator, Hashem, the Almighty, is coming in the midst of the mighty. In context, it's referring to the judges of Israel, and he is judging the judges. Okay. Next few verses: release the poor and the needy, save them from the hands of the wicked. They do not know and they do not understand that they will walk in darkness. All the foundations of the earth will totter. I said, you are Elohim. That's what it says. Ani Amarti Elohim. So this is saying that it's Hashem, God is saying, I said, Elohim Atem, you are all Elohim. So the Creator is calling this group Elohim. So that doesn't mean he's saying the Creator is not acknowledging other gods, right? He's saying you all are Elohim, meaning you all are mighty. You all are mighty ones. You have this authority, this power. Okay? Elohim Atem, you all are gods. Uvne Elyon Kulchem. That means, and children of the Most High, Elyon Kulchem, are you all. Okay? And so this is talking about only other judges, but they are also leaders of Israel. And of course, Israel is it says in the Tanakh, it says in the scriptures that Israel is God's firstborn son, right? And Israel is like a son to Hashem, not literally, just like a firstborn. So this is just an example of how Elohim is used to refer to something other than the Creator. Okay. So later, though, in the Torah portion, when Yaakov actually does meet Esau, he insists that he takes his gifts from him that he sent with the messengers that preceded him. And Esau was trying to refuse, saying, no, I know it's okay, I don't need anything, I have plenty. But then Jacob said, please know if indeed I have found favor in your eyes, then you shall take my gift from my hand, because I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of an angel. And this again, this is Elohim. Pene Elohim, just like he named the place where he wrestled with the man and had this divine encounter. He named that place Peniel, but this is Pene Elohim. They're almost the same thing. So face of God, face of El, face of Elohim. Okay, and you have accepted me. So he's calling. He's connecting. Yaakov is connecting the experience that he had wrestling with the man who was like an angel with seeing Esau's face. And Genesis Rabbah, the Midrash Rabbah, identifies this angel that he wrestled with as Esau's evil angel. However, Targum Pseudo Yonatan identifies him as Archangel Michael, which is a good angel, right? And so, and I heard a drash also given by someone else, one of my friends, who said that the angel that Yaakov wrestled with was actually himself. And so, when I was thinking about all of this, I was thinking, well, someone's got to be wrong, because there are so many different interpretations, right? So, was the angel, was it an evil angel or was it a good angel? Those are they seem to be completely opposite views. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that they're both true. That it was the face of God that he was seeing and he was wrestling with, and it was also an evil angel. It really depends on perspective. So Esau, he was fleeing for Yaakov, he fled for his life. Esau was like his arch enemy, and he thought that Esau was still wanting to kill him. So I do believe that when he was wrestling with that man, that he thought that it was probably either Esau himself or a messenger that Esau sent to kill him, and hence the interpretation evil angel. Okay, and then he prevailed, however, and that man that he wrestled with ended up blessing him. And then he said, "Oh, I have seen the face of God." And so I think what this means is that it's an analogy about our lives. I believe this was sort of like a vision that Yaakov had. Was it a literal experience or just a dream? I don't think it matters. I think what matters is the message that is trying to be conveyed, which is that all of the struggles and the strife that he had, all of the hardship that he had, having to flee from his brother, having being oppressed by Lavan. I mean, I think that Yaakov was also even doubting himself whether he did the right thing by taking his brother's birthright and blessing. I think he doubted, and sometimes whether or not God was truly with him, even though he always spoke as if Hashem blessed him, but then all of a sudden he was in fear, right? Um, but I do believe that it was Hashem's will. It was God's will for him to have that birthright and the blessing, because he was the one who was worthy of it and who would actually do what he was supposed to um, after inheriting them. But however, he wasn't absolutely sure, and he saw all these hardships and trials. And when things worked out for good, he said, "You know what? I see that Hashem, he blessed me. He blessed me even though Lavan oppressed him. Hashem blessed Yaakov even though Lavan oppressed him." And then he thought that Esau might kill him. That shows a lack of faith on his part, because why would Hashem bless him and then just let him be killed right after, right? But he doubted, but he wrestled. When he wrestled with with that angel, he realized that no, God is with him, even through this hardship, even in the midst of this fearful time that he was facing right now, facing his brother Esau who wanted to kill him. God was still there. And so I think how this applies to our lives is that when we are going through hardships and struggles and trials, even when our lives may be threatened, that 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 we, if we have hope and if we have faith in God, and if we can wait and be patient to allow him to bring us through that hardship, through that trial, through that hard time, until we see the victory, until we conquer that evil angel that has come to test us and try us and even oppress us at times. That hindsight, we will be able to see that, ah, yes, indeed, it wasn't an evil angel that I was wrestling with. It was actually the face of God that I was seeing all along. And I think that's very much like Yosef's message when he said to his brothers, don't worry, it wasn't you that brought me here to Egypt. This was Hashem's will all along. Even though he suffered, even though he was severely depressed and he wept at the sight of seeing his brothers again. He didn't know if he could trust them. But then afterwards he realized, no, you know what? This is all Hashem. This was all meant for good. This is all meant so that everything could turn out for the good, not only for Yosef, but for all Israel and even the Egyptians. And so I think that's why both are true. And it's my prayer for everyone, for my family, my friends, myself, you all, that as you walk with God and as you struggle with Him through all of the hard times and the oppressive times and the dark times, that you will be able to see after those struggles are over, after those trials are over, that you too have seen the face of God. Please visit my website at www.hebrewmiam.com to get the latest Hebrew and Torah life and health coaching lessons delivered to your email every week. Would you like to become the healer of your home and your community and create a profitable online health coaching business? Are you sick and tired of the failing modern medical system? Are you ready to take charge of your own health and the health of your family and doctor yourself? Would you love to become a holistic healer, such as a naturopath, an herbalist, or nutritionist, but you don't have 4 or more years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to study at a traditional college? Are you ready to get a deep and comprehensive understanding of holistic health and healing and learn from the top healers in our day so that you can heal yourself and others without the need for pharmaceutical drugs with harmful side effects, doctors, or even dentists? Become more knowledgeable about holistic health and healing than most medical doctors who have graduated from expensive medical schools. Build an online health coaching business that will allow you to achieve time, location, and financial freedom so that you can gain a valuable and profitable skill and stop being stuck in a job or career that you don't have a passion for. If you have a desire or feel you have a calling to become a holistic healer, I invite you to visit our website at www.arukah.com. That's ARUKAH.com. Arukah.com is the only health coaching certification program in the world that combines the powerful healing art of naturopathic herbalism, health coaching, and online business and marketing skills in one single program. One medical doctor said that our program is worth more than a bachelor's degree in nutrition because we actually teach powerful healing, not how to plan school cafeteria lunches. And what we teach is worth even more than a medical degree because we have medical doctors learning true holistic health and healing from us. Another person said that just the material we teach in our online business and marketing module was more valuable than his bachelor's degree in marketing. Another lady wanted to join our program even though she already got certification from the biggest health coaching school online because her former school did not teach her enough about holistic health and healing for her to be a confident and effective healer. Don't waste your time and money on a shallow education, either from a traditional college or another health coaching school. Learn the power of true holistic health and healing. Visit www.aruka.com. May the Creator grant you and your loved ones complete holistic health and healing of mind, body, and spirit. And may He use you to become an instrument of that health and healing. Visit our website today at www.aruka.com. That's ARUKAH.com. Shalom and see you on the other side.